As the crisis in Ukraine grows, sanctions from the world on Vladimir Putin continue. Some U.S. lawmakers and the president of Ukraine, though, saying it's not enough. Joining us now to discuss, Florida Congresswoman Cammack. Congresswoman, thanks for joining us. If I could get sort of your sense on how you're viewing President Biden's response overall to this international crisis.
Well, listen, we're in this partly because of the weakness exhibited by Biden. If you look at this situation, Putin has been playing chess for the last 12 months while Biden has been playing checkers, and unfortunately, Eastern Europe has become the chessboard. When you look at the opportunity to deliver lethal aid, Biden slow-walked it. We have reports that we have lethal aid still stuck at the border and has yet to get in the hands of Ukrainian fighters. When you look at the sanctions, the mother of all sanctions that we could have put on Russia, including SWIFT banking, he basically tiptoed around the issue and walked on eggshells. If we were going to be firm, we were going to be resolute and take swift action, we should have done this well in advance of the invasion, because let's be honest, the intelligence community, they knew it was coming. They were right on the mark with what happened. And today, Ukrainians are paying the price.
And again, throughout the course of this crisis here, they were waiting, right? The Biden White House was waiting for Putin to act first before responding. He, of course, brought this crisis up during his State of the Union. Here's part of that speech.
He badly miscalculated. He thought he could roll into Ukraine and the world would roll over. Instead, he met with a wall of strength he never anticipated or imagined. He met the Ukrainian people.
And Ukrainians are fighting back, Congresswoman. We see civilians picking up arms, defending their country. But at this point, from the U.S. perspective, is there something that more can be done, especially when it comes to Russian oil and the U.S. purchasing it?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, if you look at what we're importing from Russia, upwards of 500,000 barrels a day, that is blood oil. And the blood of Ukrainians is spilling on the streets all throughout their country. Why we do not have a restart of the Keystone Pipeline, why we are standing and saying, oh, we're going to keep importing Russian oil, which has really exacerbated the conflict and continues to fund the activities happening on the Russian front. That is a complete disgrace. And the fact that Biden and his administration refuses to acknowledge that Keystone Pipeline would yield us 850,000 barrels a day, we would have no need for Russian imports. We are literally funding the war in Ukraine on the Russian side by continuing to purchase Russian oil. And it is a shame. It is unacceptable. We need to cut that off immediately and cut the red tape here at home, get Keystone Pipeline back up and running.
Yeah, Republicans have come forward with essentially the talking point, let the U.S. be energy independent. Now's the time for it. I wanted to ask you about COVID here on the home front, because for 2 years, we've been talking about this, the division, quite frankly, that we've seen between unvaccinated folks, vaccinated folks, how that's cost people their livelihoods, children out of school as well. Just recently, the CDC now recommending you can take off the face mask. We're going to get rid of contact tracers. What happened? Did the science change?
The science was never there. That's the sad part, Emma. You know, we have been seeing a very, very long, boring, drawn out, hoping to end political theater production for the last year and change. This was never about the data. It was never about the science. In fact, the masks in the Capitol building was based on a study that was conducted in India that failed peer review, that couldn't even be published. Wow. It was so bad. That is, again, why in the heck are we doing this? The hypocrisy of the left knows no better. The science never changed. It's always been about a political agenda. It's time to get back to normal.
Yeah, the mask coming off just in time for the State of the Union address. Florida Congresswoman Cammack joining us this morning. Congresswoman, thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.